Hey, hi, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Give me 1 minute. Yeah,
Is my screen visible?
yeah, very visible.
Okay. So yesterday we discussed the classic report and interactive grid. So today, what we will learn the validations in Oracle Apex, like how to add the any validations in the form while doing the data entry.
Okay,
So I have a documentation here for validations in Oracle Apex. So this documentation I have uploaded in Google Drive also. So
okay,
later you can refer this documentation for your reference. So all types of validations are documented here. Whatever, so few things from here. So I will be showing as examples. So remaining things, it is very easy. If you follow the documentation, you can easily understand.
okay,
So the validations, usually we will use them in data entry forms like form or interactive grid. We will use the validations. So for example, assume that we have a form here creating the employee, or we have a form for modifying the employee. So once you click on this, so we have a form like this. In this form, there are some mandatory fields. So if you see this one, this is mandatory, this is mandatory, this is mandatory, this is mandatory. Okay, so first I will show how to do the mandatory validations. So mandatory validations can be done in different ways. So one by default, there is one option. If you just enable that switch, so mandatory validations will enable automatically. So other than this one, there is another setting also is there. So we can do manual way also. So first thing for mandatory validations, if you go to any page item, okay, so this is the page item. So if I want to make this particular thing as mandatory field, so if you defined this field is not null field in table, when you create the form automatically, so there is one setting is enabled, that is validations value required. Okay, so this value required field, this will be enabled automatically if your column, this particular column, the EMP ID from your table is marked as not null column. So this thing will be automatically enabled. And here we have a template. So this template, it will be here, it will marked as required floating. So here it will be highlighted in red color. And if user not fill this particular field and if user try to submit the data, it will automatically trigger the validations and it will show the validations message. Employee ID must have some value.
all
Okay,
right,
so this is the first thing, the default way of handling the mandatory validations. So if you enable this one automatically without writing any code, if you enable this and if you enable this one, so it will automatically add the mandatory validations. So other than this, so we can add lot of our business related, business logic related validations. So for that one, what I will do, I will create one more form, that is employee assets form I will create, and I will show the validations in that form.
okay,
I'm just logging into this system for getting employee assets table.
okay.
Okay. So we will use the same existing table only. So tomorrow I will plan for this employee assets because a lot of tables are there here.
Okay.
So first thing, let me add one more validations. That is this employee ID. For example, if I want to make this employee ID field alphanumeric or something like it should be 5 digit, it should be 6 digit. So like that. So go to this particular field, then right click, simple validation I am doing now. So I want to
Okay.
add a validations for this employee ID. So employee ID must be 6 digit alphanumeric number. Okay. So right click on this, then create validations. Once you create a validations, it will show validations like this, and validation name it will show new. You can change the validations name. So here, what is our validation name? EMP ID, or you can give the short code 6 digit
Okay.
alphanumeric. Okay, so like this. So once you given the name, here validation is there, then editable region and everything will be there. Then after that, here we will be writing the logic. So there are different types of validations. Like you can directly use something like rows returned, no rows returned, or you can use the expression, or you can use the PLSQL error message, or you can use the function, or you can use by default defined like a page item is not null, page item is null or zero, or page item is not zero, or item is numeric, item is valid date. So like that, you can use different things. So in this case, so what is logic we need to add? It should be 6 digit. So for adding 6 digit, so we need to check the first for checking 6 digit, we need to check length of this one. Whatever user is entering, we need to check the length. So here we can write PLSQL code like length of that page item colon P4 underscore EMP ID.
Okay.
Okay, so if you enter like this, it will check the length of this one. If length of this one equal to 6. So this is the condition we specified here. This is the condition we specified here. And once you click on this help, so here you have an explanation about that one. Like if you use PLSQL expression, and here there is some example also there. To pass the validations and not raise an error message when the employee is in department 30 or is a manager. Okay. So if you use condition like this, what it will do, if department number equal to 30 or the employee job equal to manager, it will not throw any error. So it will pass
Okay.
the validation. So if this is satisfied, it will pass the validations. If this is not met, if this is false, then it will rise the validations message. Whatever message, error message we will type here, it will show that message. So now what I will do, I will give the error message here. Employee ID
That's 6 characters. That's
must be
more 6 characters.
digit.
Digit.
Okay, so once you enter the error message, so below we have display location where this message should display. So we have these type of settings in line with field and in notification, in line with field, in line in notification on error page. In line in with field and in notification. So this one I will show live example. So it is clear, it will be easy to understand. Then we have associated item. So what is this associated item means? Where this error message is linked with which page item. Okay, so the validations we have added for P4 underscore EMP ID. So what that time you can also associate the same page item. So whatever message we are showing here, it will be shown with that page item. So whatever page item we linked here, it will show below that page item. Okay, so once this is done, once you added the validations, you can click save. Okay, so you can also monitor the validations from here, processing. You can notice here we have a process and we have a validations. So when any button is clicked and the page is submitted to the server, so they will run in sequence. First, it will execute the validations. These validations, this validation, this validations is will execute. If all the validations are passed, then it will go for executing the process. If any
Processing.
validation is failed, it will not process the process codes. So until the validation is clear, it will not go for this one. So now we will see the live example. So we have employee ID here, okay, employee ID, and I try to click apply changes. So now it is executing the validations for date picker. So it is executing the validations for this date item. So let me clear this one. I will add today's date. You can see now it is triggering the validations. Employee ID must be 6 digit. Okay, so I have entered just employee ID 1. So that is wrong. So it is giving the validations. Here, so display location we have set inline with field and in a notification. The meaning of this one is, if you observe here, it is showing the error message here also, and it is showing the error message here also in yellow color highlighted border. Okay, so if you set like this inline with field means this one, just below the page item. Okay, so this is inline with field. Then in notification means here. Okay, so this is like a notification. So in notification means here. So both the places it will display the error message. Then if you select just inline with field, can you guess what will happen if you just select inline with field?
Only field it will show, not in notification.
It will show only here, it will not show this yellow color. Okay, so this is for date of birth. I will explain this one later, like why it is not executing this one also first. First, it will executing this one, and later, once I fix this one, it is executing our custom validation. So I will explain the reason why it is like that. Okay, so meanwhile, I will just do this one. So here you can notice employee ID must be 6 digit. It is showing only with inline with the field, this field. Okay. So if you select different page item, what will happen? Okay. So I have written validations for this P4 underscore employee ID, but associated item I have given a wrong one. So in this case, what will happen? I will show you. You see here, the validations is happening for this particular field, but the message it is showing for here. Why? Because I have selected associated item as P4 underscore active. Okay, so this is wrong. In some places, in some rare conditions, we will use this one. Like, so error message will be validations we will be adding for different page item, and message we will be showing for different page item. It is very rare condition. So maybe 10%. So we will use this one. So you have to remember this. So again, I will switch it back to EMP ID. Okay, so now it is clear in line with field and in line with field also, both these are clear. So if we use inline in notification, it is straightforward. So it will show only in the notification places. It will show here.
Yeah, and inline will show.
Yeah. So it will show only here, and once user click on this, it will focus on that particular page item. So if you click here, it will focus on that particular page item. So my suggestion here, which one you can use, you can go for the default one in line with field and notification. This is very user friendly. So I will switch it back to this one.
Okay.
Then other than this one, there is one more on error page. So what will happen on selecting this, I will show you. Yeah, on error page, previously it used to open one pop-up. In previous versions, it used to open one pop-up and it was showing the error message. But here now in this version, there is no change. So here only it is displaying the error message.
Notification.
Yeah. So you can also better, you can use this one in line with field and in notification. So now we have tested the wrong scenario, like validations by entering wrong value. So if user enter the correct value, what will happen? I will show now. So I will enter the employee ID as 6 digit 203838. Okay, so this is 6 digit. Now I will try to submit the data. So it is now executing validations for date of birth. So I will change the validations. Click apply changes. Okay, so as I entered 6 digit number, it accepted the value and it is updated. Now again, during the update, if I try to do the modification, so whether it will trigger the validation or not, we will test.
Yes.
Yeah, so again it is validating.
Because it is more than 6.
Yeah, so because this is more than 6. So if you want to validate this as a alphanumeric, so all you need to do is, so here you just need to put the condition. So check the chat GPT, check what is the condition for alphanumeric to validate alphanumeric. So how many digits should be alphabets, how many digits should be numeric digits. So based on that, whatever condition you provide here, so it will do the validation.
Okay.
Then, so next validation. Okay, so for next validations, I will be adding for this mobile number and for this email in different way. So same scenario in different way how we can add. So go to this mobile field, sorry, email field. For the email, so we have default way to do the validations. Like if you select this text field and if you select subtype as email, automatically it will add the validations. Like the field should be user need to enter the valid email with valid domain, like Nihasoft training at gmail.com. So something like that domain should be there. Okay,
Yeah.
so other than this one, if we want to add manual validations, so in that case, what we can do, we can just right click, create the validation. So validation is created. Then next, so here we need to add the condition. So I will add here email validation. So email validation, then so for writing the PLS expression, for PLSQL conditions, you can use expression. Other than this, we can write different like we have regular expression and we have this predefined values like this. So I'll open the chat GPT. So that expression you can just paste it here, and so instead of this P1 email, you can replace with your actual page item. Okay, so this is the error message I have given, and display location I will keep default. Then just click save. So now we will try to enter some different value. So this is the value I entered for email. Now I try to update this one. Okay, so first see here, we have added validations for this one also, for this one. But what is the error message I have given? I have given the error message, please enter valid email ID. But here it's showing a different one. It is showing please include an at in the email address. So why this is showing like this means, so here two validations are triggering. So one is for this page item, you have selected text field as its type and you have selected subtype as email. So when you select this subtype as email, it will automatically add one internal validation. So that is not visible here, but it will be there. It will handle internally. So this first preference it will give for internal validations. Okay. So whatever user written validations, it will execute in next priority. So first priority is for internal validations. So it is executing the internal validations. So in this case, if you want to show your custom message, custom error message, if you want to show custom error message like this, so best way is you can disable, you can switch it back to text field, normal one, subtype make this text field so that it will not trigger that internal email validation. Then it will look for this validation. So whatever validation developer is written, custom validations, so that validation it will execute. So now if I click submit, okay, so I will refresh the page. Value is there. Then here I will remove this one. Click apply changes. So you can show here now it is validating and it is showing please enter valid email ID. This is clear?
Yeah.
So same scenario here, you can notice. So if I enter this one wrong, okay, so if I enter this one wrong, and so if maybe for this one, 4, if I select this as 4 and click apply changes, so first it is executing the validations for this one. Okay, so here also this is wrong, but it is not executing the validation. Why? Because so this date of birth, if you see the date of birth field, if you see the date of birth field, so there is some settings, like in the settings we have minimum date, minimum date, that is plus 1D minus 1D. So like this here we have added some conditions. Minimum date is this one, maximum date is this one. So these type of settings, they all comes under internal validations. So first it is executing this date of birth field internal validation. So once all the internal validations are passed, then it will go for user defined validations, like developer defined validations. For example, here also, if I don't enter this one, you can notice, click apply changes. So now it is executing date of birth and now it is executing company ID. It is not validating this particular developer defined error message like validation. Same thing. So I will make a different one. For example, if you go here, yeah, so here we don't have, okay, so branch ID. If I remove this one, if I remove this one, so now we will see 4 validations. So why it is triggering for this one and this one? So by default, we have make this one as mandatory field. So value required for this branch ID. So if you go to branch ID, so you can also search the page item from here, branch. So if you do a search, it will show the page item. So once you click on that, it will automatically navigate to that particular page item. So if you see
Okay.
this branch ID, its value required is enabled. Okay. So these like whatever you enable from available options here. So those validations it will trigger first. Once they are satisfied, then it will go for validating user defined one. So, but is there a way we can define we can trigger all the validations at a time? Yes, there is a way. What you can do in that case, you can disable this predefined error messages like so for this date of birth. So instead of enabling this min and max date, so what you can do, you can write validation like custom validation. So date should be from this and this, and like that. Then also for this mandatory fields, so for example, company ID is currently mandatory. So in this case, what you can do, you can disable this. Then you can write your custom message like create a validation, company ID mandatory. So like this, give some name. Then here you can select. So these mandatory things here already there is some predefined are there like item is not null, item is null or zero, something like that. So here select item is not null. So if you want to know what is this one, then you can click on help. So here they have mentioned all its types and its explanation. So now I have selected item is not null. So what is the
Okay.
meaning of this one? So it passes if the item value is not empty. Okay, so it is mentioned here passes if the item value is not empty. Fails if the item value is empty. So if
Okay.
this particular value is empty, it will fail and it will trigger the validations. So now I will map here page item. Which page item? P4 underscore comp ID. Just type that, it will appear, then select, then enter your validations. Company ID must have some value. Whatever error message you have to enter, so you can type here. Then these things will already discussed. Then just select save. Okay, so now
So this custom message can we store in some central repository or something?
yes, we can store. We can store and we can bring from there. So you can
Okay.
store in table or you can store table is the best way. So whenever you want, you can do the modification. So now I will
Yeah.
show that example only. So next example, it will be on that one only.
Okay.
Okay, so then I will see here whether I switched off that default one or not. So default one I have switched off. Now we will test this one. I will remove this, then click apply changes. You can notice here it is triggering company ID must have some value. So one more thing here, while defining the this error message, you can also use a dynamic way. For example, you have a validation here. So if you click on this error message and click on help. So it is showing something like hash label hash. Okay, so hash label hash. The meaning of this one, you can also use this page item name dynamically. For example, currently here the label of this one is comp ID. So later what I will do, I will change this to company ID. Okay, so now I have changed this to company ID. So for end user, it will display like this. For end user, it is displaying like company ID must have some value. So I will remove this, click apply changes. Now what error message it is showing? It is showing company ID must have some value.
Some value.
Okay, so I have already written here company ID must have some value. So, but if you previously given error message like this, comp ID must have some value. So it will show like this. But if you change the label, still it will show this message, comp id must have some value. Okay, so to make this dynamically according to your label, whatever label you will change, so what you can use here, you can use this placeholder, that is label, hash label hash. So instead of this hard coding label, use label placeholder. So label must have some value. So later if you change this also, company name. Okay, so I'll just change this to company name for testing purpose. Now I changed the label to company name. So my error message, it should show company name must have some value. Why? Because here I have given label placeholder. So it will take its page items label dynamically, and whatever error message I have given here. So must have some value. Just save this and test it. You can notice now it is showing dynamically, like company name must have some value. Okay, so this is another way. Now I will go for another type of validation. So is there any salary field here? Bank detail, work detail. Okay, so like how we have here, we have like predefined item is not null, item not equal to value, something like that. So based on your condition, you can use whatever condition you need. Okay, so they are straightforward PLSQL conditions. So now I will show you this one. This and this, these two are also very important. So I will show this one, function body returning error text. So for example, assume that, so let me take another one. Okay, so we will do one scenario like this nationality, based on nationality. So if nationality is, if user entered India, okay, so and if for this one, mobile number we will be validating, like so if nationality is entered India, so here it should be 10-digit mobile number. That is not correct scenario, but just for validation purpose,
Just
I am
validation.
explaining like that. So if here I entered UAE as a nationality, it should ask for UAE contact number, like UAE, how it will be like 058, something like that, series is there, no? So like that, it should ask the mobile number. So for that one, what I will do, I will simply create one dummy table for storing my validation condition, mobile number validation. Okay, so this is the simple table I have created, mobile number validation lookup table. So here I will be storing country code like +91 IN UAE, like that short code. Then mobile number length, so like 10 digit, 6 digit, 11 digit, like that. Then the respective error messages. So create the table. The table is created. So I will insert the data directly from here. ID1, country code is IN, if it is India. Mobile number length, it will be 10 digit. Then here I will give the message like, please enter 10 digit valid mobile number. So create. I will do one more entry. So this is 2. Currently you are in which country? Canada?
Yes.
US?
Yes, yes. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So US. Then yeah, mobile number length, how much there?
10th, 10, 10.
10.
Yeah.
So for just for testing purpose, what I will do, I will make this as 9.
Okay.
Please enter 9 digit valid mobile number. Okay, so one more entry I will do, that is third. So country code UAE, mobile number length, so 0. So here also it is 10 only. But what I will do here, I will make the country code 971. So including the country code, it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it is 12. So I will enter the length as 12. So here, please enter mobile number digit mobile number starting with 971. So this is the message. So now I will use this table for validations. Use this table. So you can go to for which field you need to apply validations, go to that particular field. For mobile number, I need to apply. So this is the mobile number. Create the validation. Right click, create validation.
Validation.
Then write the validation, that is mobile number
Validation.
validation. Then here, so instead of expression, here we have a lot of scenarios. Instead of expression, what you can do, you can go for writing function body returning error text. Okay, so function body returning error text. Okay, so you can take this one. You can either write PLSQL function in backend, so that is better, or you can directly you can use here. So what
Yeah.
I will use this table and I will take the chat GPT help to write the function. So I have taken this everything, table, table name. So I'm using chat GPT just to save the time.
Okay.
This is my table two. Okay, so this is the function. I have taken the function. So execute this function in your database schema. Okay, so the function is straightforward. It is accepting country code and accepting mobile number and returning varchar type. So here expected length. So length we have to check. So we are taking from that mobile number lookup, mobile number column, percentage type. Then here also we are defining error message. It's data type from that column. Then we are getting the rules for that country. So based on user passed country, so we are getting rules like we are getting mobile number length and we are getting the error message. Then
Mm.
below here we are doing the condition, like we are checking whether a mobile number is correct or not. So based on this mobile number, we are checking length. So it is correct length or not. So here it is checking numeric, like whether it is digit or not. So if it is not digit, we are giving the error message from here. Then so once it is numeric numbers, then we are going for checking the length. So it will check
Length.
length here. Uh, then it will return the error message, same error message from the table. So if other than these things, if something happened, so there is a exception handler, so that will return these error messages. So now we will use this particular function. So go to your validations. So here you have a function body returning error text. So here you can just put your function. Okay, so here you can just put your function and map the values. So country code, from which field we are passing the country code. So you can just type here colon P4 country. So P4 underscore COUNT. I think it is nationality. Yeah, so not country, it is nationality. So nationality and mobile number, this will be colon mobile.
Mm.
Okay, so you have passed all the values. So if you want, you can arrange them in sequence. Okay, so here the normal way syntax is like this. So this is the parameter and you will be using equal to and greater than symbol. Then you are passing the value. So here also it will be equal to and greater than symbol for passing the values. So here it is showing some error message. Just enter the semicolon. So it is showing some error message when you do the validations. So what you can use, you need to use the keyword return. Okay, so you need to use keyword here whenever you are using PLSQL function body returning error text. You have to use the return, then you have to use the function. Just validate. Okay, so here it is showing validate mobile number must be
A P4 or some. Mm.
okay, so it is showing function name is wrong. So let me check once again function name. Create or replace function, validate mobile number. So it is created or not? I think we still not run this one.
Yeah.
Compliance init unless terminated. Component error message must be declared. Okay, where is the error message? Line number 7.
Okay, so I think so.
Yeah, maybe this is the, let me define this one. This is predefined keyword. That's why it is not taking, I think. This is varchar 2. Line number 11. Where is the line number 11? Error underscore message. So let me rename this column.
Error message.
So I'll just rename this to ER message because that is a predefined keyword. So that is giving errors. Issue here. Okay, so spelling mistake. So better copy paste. So here there is a spelling mistake. That's why it is giving the error.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so now the function is created. Now if you validate here,
Mobile number perspective.
so validate mobile number function is there.
Hmm.
Validate mobile number must be declared. Sometimes it will just refresh.
Yeah.
Create the validation. Then here we will select function body returning error text. So once you select this, select here the function, validate. Why this is
Inline mobile number. P for mobile number. Yeah.
this one?
Doesn't.
P. Okay. So P country code. Let me copy paste this exactly. Okay, so now I understood why maybe this is because of country code.
Data type instruction or something.
Just 1 minute.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, okay, okay. I got it. Yeah. So you know why this is happening like this? The function we have
Much.
created in different schema, and we are trying to execute this in different.
Yeah, well, schema name.
Yeah. So this is the silly mistake we have did. Okay, no problem. So I will just export its DDL
Okay.
because this is present in VEPRDDB and we are trying to execute in different schema. So this is different schema. So it is giving it is the not found. So just copy this code, go to this one, right click, open SQL workshop, then here SQL commands. See, this schema is totally different. So that's why it is giving error. So I will execute here. The table is created. So once table is created, I will just go to object browser. Then data I will load directly from here. So I will click on data tab, then download. So it will download the data. Then I will directly upload here. Okay, so this is my table. Go to data tab again, click on load data. So if you want to load data from Excel to the table, then choose your Excel file. Okay, so once this is done, it will automatically map your columns from your Excel and from your table. So if it shows all four columns successfully mapped, then no issue. You can directly click on load data.
Good.
Okay, so all three data load successfully. Then you can click on this view table button to see the data. So here they are already loaded. So now we will create the function. Go to object browser, right click, click on SQL commands, then create the function. So function also created. Now if you go here and validate, so it is now showing validation successful. So we can also do like previous how we use that syntax also we can use instead of defining all these.
Okay.
Return instead of this one it will be nationality. So now it is validating successfully. So just click on OK, then save. So first, is there any internal validations for mobile number? So that I will check. So there is no internal validation. This is fine. Just go here. Okay, so nationality, I will enter IN. Then I'll go to mobile number. I will enter something like this. Click apply changes. Okay, so it is showing invalid country code. From where it come? So if you see this one function, IN. So it is showing invalid country code. Why? Because maybe what is the logic we have written? Country code. If there is no data found, then it is coming and giving here no data, invalid country code. So what is the lookup we used? IN. This give this one. So first thing, I will check this function from outside.
Okay.
So for checking from outside, you can directly use the select query. So once you have placeholders like this, so if you try to run this SQL query, it will pop up for input values. So here I will enter input value as IN and I will enter the mobile number as something like this. Submit. Okay, so here it is executing properly. You can see here, please enter 10-digit valid mobile number. So I will execute one more time. Then here I will execute UAE. Okay, so here it is passing correct. So our function is
Okay.
running properly. Then we can understand here. So something like this ID is not passing properly. So P4 underscore national ID, it is not passing to this page item properly. So what we can do for the time being, we can just hard code to test this one. Then I will find out where is exactly issue, why it is not passing the national ID. If
Okay.
I have passed UAE, hard-coded way, click save. Now here, if I enter like this, apply changes. So you can notice here, please enter 12
Yeah.
mobile number starting with 971. Okay, so now we will check why this is not passing nationality. So this is P4 underscore nationality. So maybe because of this one. So here, not because of this nationality after floating. Yeah, no, so now it is maybe previously spelling mistake of this nationality. So now,
Nationality. Yes.
yeah, AE, I will type AE, click apply changes. Now it is giving invalid country code because AE is not there. So I will put
Not there.
US, click apply changes. See here, please enter 9-digit valid mobile number. So maybe previously I have given wrong spelling for nationality. Okay, so always try to copy paste the thing. So if we enter manually, so these kind of spelling mistakes will happen and unnecessarily we will spend a lot of time for clearing the simple things.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Debugging
this is clear,
specifics.
validation.
Yeah, it's clear.
Okay,
Good.
tomorrow I will be explaining two more validation type, that is rows returned, no rows returned, when we can go for this. Then other than
Okay.
this, these all things are very straightforward. Okay.
Okay.
So the difference between this function body returning error text, we can, so in this scenario, like how if we have different error messages based on conditions, you can go for this one, the one which we used today, function body
Okay.
returning error text. In some cases, like based on true or false situation will be there, right? So in that case, you
Yeah.
can go for function body returning boolean. So so same thing like this, you will be creating one function, but instead
Yeah.
of different messages like this, you will be just returning true or false boolean. Okay, so
Okay.
in that case you can use this boolean one. Other than that, you can go for expression. And this expression we will use lot of time. Function body, it is very rare. then rows returned and no rows returned also, it is very rare we will use. But tomorrow I will explain these two and this one. Then remaining,
Okay,
they are very straightforward, like item not equal to value, item equal to value. These are straightforward one.
sure.
Okay, so any doubts?
No, no, I'm
Okay.
clear.
Yeah, so I'm ending the session here. So let's continue from tomorrow.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.